morning, welcome back to the channel. Today is a slightly new format. It's going to be a little bit of like a blog, sort of live look into how I'm developing my skiing. So I've been skiing around Mount Washington this season. I want to take you guys on a bit of an adventure there. Also, I've just come back from a week with the Rookie Academy in Sun Peaks. Couple of little things that I'm trying to work on in my skiing, and I want to give you guys a real look on just like a general day when I'm up on the mountain, how I'm trying to implement and develop those particular things within my skiing. So come along for the ride, and I hope you enjoy. All right, okay, so we're here, made it to Mount Washington. An absolutely cracker, beautiful, beautiful day. Snow feels quite nice, but we've got to get up and check it out to really know for sure. I'd like to shout out Carve because they sent their new performance suit. This is the 2026 model. I've got it in the navy mint gray color combination. I think looks pretty good, and you'll get to check it out as we go throughout the day. But yeah, you know, absolute stunner of a day. So really, really excited to get out there and show you guys exactly what it is I'm trying to work on in my skiing. All right, so on the lift, heading up for the first run. Just wanted to talk to you guys about what it is that I'm trying to do. So basically, like when I was at Sun Peaks, I kind of found myself mistiming the transition. So the transition basically is the part of the turn where you're going from one to the other. So it's like the linking phase between two turns. And I was kind of having my skis flatten, but my body, I was projecting it too early to the inside of the turn. And that was happening as I started my right-footed turn, so turning to the left. So that's essentially what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to work on the timing of how I get my body and my skis to transition from my left to my right foot turn. So that's what I'm trying to achieve today. I'm trying to tidy that up. Just getting a feel for the snow. That's ultimately what we're doing here. And like, I know that what I'm trying to work on is the transition. So like here to there, right? From here to there, right? So that transitional piece, right? As I move to my right foot, I know I've got my back to you, but you can have a look. So basically, as I let go of this left leg, what's happening is as the skis go flat, I've already sent my body down the hill to the inside, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, as the ski goes flat, I'm trying to just stay connected and just move with it forward as opposed to way off down the hill. That's ultimately what I'm trying to get. And just kind of thinking about that and then warming up, getting a feel for the snow. That's what I'm doing right now. We're doing a little recce, okay? So we've come over here to the Sunrise lift. We were warming up on the Eagle lift and using Whiskey Jack that first run, when I'm kind of explaining what it is I'm trying to do with that transition and kind of to work on the timing. And for me, ideally, I'd like to do a carve turn. I mean, I can do this in a short turn, and this, you know, deficiency in my skiing will be there in shorts and it will be there in bumps. But I'd ideally this morning like to do it in a carve turn. So we've come over to Sunrise. This run here, I have no idea what this is called, but the snow seems a bit nicer here. So we're going to use this run for a couple of laps. I'll try and demonstrate and make the change through the transition from left to right foot. But something I was just thinking about, actually I was driving up and I thought I'd share, is this idea, like I always get asked, you know, do you ever ski around and have like not think about anything? And for me, the answer is no, and it could just be a reflection of who I am. And I don't have data on this, but I do believe that if you pulled like, you know, very good technical skiers, passionate technical skiers, they would all say something similar, right? That it's like, it doesn't matter what they're doing. They can just be cruising around on a bunny hill, skiing with their child or friends or family. But like, you know what good skiing feels like. Like, you understand where your balance is, you know, what the skis need to do if they're, you know, steering or edging, or if, you know, all that type of stuff. So you know what it feels like. And when you get that sensory feedback from the snow throughout every turn, it's hard not to engage with it a little bit. Like, it's hard not to feel it under your feet and go, oh yeah, that was good, that was bad. Let me try and make a change here to get that, you know, that, not perfect, but that better feeling, or that feeling of success that I know I can get when I stand here in my foot, or when I get the ski to do whatever it might be. So like, I do think that, I think that a lot of technical skiers, I think they would always think, you know, whenever we're skiing, I'm thinking about something. And I think that's the sort of like, I don't know, maybe difference between the real nerds of this sport, or, you know. So anyway, that was something I thought I'd share, and while we're on the little chairlift as we're going up. But yeah.
Admitting to being a nerd?
I am admitting to being a nerd. That was my lovely wife, who's my videographer as well. She said, am I admitting to being a nerd? Yes, I am a huge ski nerd. Yeah, 100%. We've kind of chatted a little bit about what I'm trying to do, which is work through the transition to be better connected, and essentially manage the timing of how my body releases into the new turn, especially on the right leg. So why I want to do that is because, you know, the best skiers in the world connect and get the new outside ski to engage super early in the turn, right? So if you have a look here, okay, if this is a turn here, right, best skiers in the world will be getting the outside ski to be really working kind of in this part of the turn here, okay, well above the fall line. And I find when I'm not timing, you know, the movements of my transition, I pick up my outside ski a little bit late, so a little bit further down. So that's why I'm trying to think about this and work on it. And how I'm trying to do it is kind of two things. So one is a bit of like a sensory feel. And so that is, you know, when I'm transitioning with my outside pole, what I'm trying to do is, like, as I transition, I'm just trying to give like my outside pole a little tap while it's still on the uphill side of me. And just that little tap, it just kind of helps. It's like a bit of a trigger, right? So before I let the body go, pole comes up. If I'm nice and connected, I can tap, and then I go. So that's the sort of sensory feeling I give myself, is that little tap with the pole before I start the new turn or through the transition. And then the other piece is, I kind of just, this is a bit of like a general, like, conceptual like feeling, is when I transition, I'm starting my turn, I just feel like I'm sitting above the turn, like I'm waiting and I'm holding above the turn, and then I go. Like, instead of feeling like I really project myself, get myself down the hill, I very much feel like I'm waiting, okay, then I go. Like, I'm waiting, holding it, and then go. And it's a little bit of a timing thing, almost like a counting exercise that you might do with, you know, in a general lesson. But I'm just being patient with my body so that I can appropriately time the body and the skis as they release and engage into the new turn. So that's why I'm doing this. That's how I'm trying to do it. It's like you're constantly just adapting to every run, every piece of snow is different. And so it's just this ongoing challenge and progression. And that's such a beautiful thing. outro incoming. All right, well that brings us to a little wrap today at Mount Washington. Jess and I, my wife and I, Jess, we just moved to Vancouver Island in October, and I've skied here a little bit throughout January and a little bit in February. And honestly, like, I really love the vibe of this place. You know, the facilities here are really good. The base building, the restaurant, the sort of cafe is really nice. And honestly, for what kind of it really reminds me of New Zealand. For those of you who haven't skied there, that connection won't make any sense. But for those of you that have, the sort of like, you know, she'll be right, rural, I don't know, like sort of community that this place gives. It gives a lot of New Zealand to me. So I really love that aspect of it. The Whiskey Jack, the Eagle Express here on the main side, you know, access a ton of terrain. And then there's the Boomerang Lift on the backside, which is, I skied there once in January when there was a little bit of powder. Amazing. Like, the terrain that's accessible off the Boomerang Lift is exceptional. It's super steep, challenging, gladed runs, and it finishes in a nice kind of wide open bowl. Beautiful, beautiful skiing. When the snow's good, it's excellent. And then they've got the Hawk Lift, which is their like beginner slope. And one of Jess's friends from Vancouver, he came over and we took him for a bit of a ski, and the Hawk was like perfect terrain for him to kind of learn on. So, you know, honestly, you know, I really love skiing here at Mount Washington, and, you know, I'll definitely be coming here again next winter. And with that said, like, with this kind of new format of this video, you know, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if there's a particular type of skiing. Obviously, today's video was a lot about my focus is what I'm trying to do. If there's a particular thing within skiing that you'd like me to kind of have a bit of a back and forth with you and create a video on, just leave it in the comments. And if you've enjoyed the content today, hit a subscribe, leave a like, and I'll definitely catch you guys on the next. So thank you very much.